Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Games at Large, episode 87. Sorry for the late start, but we got a nice little array of topics to talk about tonight. And tonight I got with me Mr. T. What's up, man?
Hey there, fools. Mr. T here. How y'all doing?
All right. We also got Good Shep.
Hey, what's going on, peoples? Let's do this.
All right. And we also have Quan, but I think Quan's away from the mic for right now. So when he comes back, we'll just go in and have him jump on in. First things first, Twilight Princess HD Amiibo controversy. People are losing their minds over the whole Amiibo secret bonus dungeon thing. A lot of people are calling it locked DLC. A lot of people are saying it's unfair, that I shouldn't have to get this Amiibo to unlock this dungeon. The dungeon should already be available to me from the start. I shouldn't. You're forcing me to get an Amiibo that I don't want in order to play this dungeon.
Well, I mean, I can squash this argument real quick. Nintendo's irrelevant, so who cares? Nah, seriously though. So I just had to say that. Continue, guys.
That's a good one. The thing is, though, here's what I don't understand. You don't have to buy the Amiibo if you don't want it. The Twilight Princess game in and of itself is not being touched. It's not like they're taking out dungeons that were actually in the game.
Yeah, the original content is complete. It's not like they're blocking part of the game. They're giving you extra content.
Yeah.
And that's what these
I know.
I'm gonna leave that alone. Continue.
Yeah, I know how you feel, but that's the part that I don't get. And I mean, I think the big thing about this is I think is kind of has to do with Amiibos in general, because of the simple fact that we all know that Amiibos sell out quick. We all know that the whole Amiibo fascination is people talk down about them, but when it comes out, they also be mad. These same people that talk bad about it are also the main ones making vids talking about they can't find it.
But guys, we got to step back here a little bit. First of all, we don't even know if this is even true.
We don't.
Like that's
exactly. It's based off of assumptions made by certain individuals.
I know we live in a world where every Nintendo rumor is facts, and we can just go out and make our mad videos about these rumored facts. But it's kind of hard to talk about something until it's confirmed. And then this would be a hard thing to be a rumor, because it's one thing to figure out Twilight Princess exists because of data or what do you call it, data mining, yeah. Yep. That's one thing. But to know what's in the game and how Amiibos work, how would that be leaked? How would that be known?
The only thing we know,
somebody who's not working on the game.
Yeah, the only thing that we know for sure is that the Wolf Link Amiibo, as well as the Smash Brothers Amiibo, the Zelda ones, all do something.
Yeah,
that's the only thing we know.
Yeah, so I'm not saying this isn't true, but first I wanted to start from that perspective, because I did talk about this actually in AGL's podcast. I don't think it's up yet. So we actually did talk about it if it was true, but first of all, we don't even know if it's true, so it's hard to it's not a controversy yet. It's like a possible quote unquote controversy, but it's not even confirmed yet. And
well, here's the thing: even if it is true,
right? We can get into that now. Since I just wanted to point that out first. Now we can get into if it's true.
Yeah, even if it is true, to me, I don't see the problem, because this is one of them things, and I'm gonna quote Liger for a minute. What you asked for when you sit up and make videos talking about they need to get in line, they need to do this and do that. You got to take the good with the bad.
Right. We need Amiibo to actually do something. Well, you know what? It's doing something. See, it's one thing to be mad, because Twilight Princess is already a full game, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's already a game that we've paid money for. We've had it. It's not like they're taking a dungeon and locking it behind. They're taking a dungeon that exists in Twilight Princess already and locking it behind an Amiibo or something, right? They're adding something new, and you have to unlock it with the Amiibo. Remember, because we want amiibos to do stuff, right? Isn't that the complaint?
That was the complaint.
Amiibos are. I don't like amiibos. They're stupid because they don't do anything. But when they do something, oh man, that's a DLC live content.
And that's what bugs me out. The level of hypocrisy in our community is insane. We give you what you want, but it's not what you want. You complain. I'm like, you got exactly what you wanted. And it's actually a reasonable price. Just think about it. When you usually have this stuff, you just pay cash for electronic thing. You're getting a physical item, which you can keep indefinitely, plus you have the extra content. $12 is not a lot of money, for the record. And we haven't even seen how expansive this dungeon is. They're acting like this is just one small map. We have no clue what's actually entailed here, what items are in this dungeon.
Oh, and by the way, the initial shipments come with the amiibo.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's another thing. It's like,
So yeah, it's not like the same. Yeah, so I'm like, it's not like you're buying these two separate, a limited edition and a not. No, you buy the game, you get the amiibo.
yeah. So you can also say, well, all right. Well, how about they? Because maybe I don't want to. Well, maybe I don't want an amiibo.
Buy it
Well,
electronically.
just put it in a DLC or put it as DLC for the game. Yeah, put it up on the eShop. And I'm like, well, then that takes away what the amiibo does, right? You want amiibos to be compelling, right?
Yep.
So you can't have it both ways. Like,
Well, no, actually, no. Sorry, I'm gonna stop
you
being
can't have
facetious. Y'all
amiibos be
continue.
compelling and not have them be compelling. You know, it's just like I don't understand. Like, help me understand that. Like,
I don't
how can it
understand.
make the amiibo compelling without it like locking something behind it, or without you needing it to do something.
Yeah, that's another thing I don't understand. Like, and some of this is coming from people who have been complaining.
Right. Yeah, if it was one thing that you don't care about amiibos and you never cared about them, and you feel like this is locking stuff behind it, and you don't want the amiibo. Okay, I can't really argue with you on that.
No.
If you're one of the people complaining about amiibos, but you like amiibos and you've bought them and you want them to do more, that's who I'm hearing it from mostly. I'm not hearing it from the other crowd. I'm hearing it from the crowd that want amiibos to do stuff.
Let me put you.
Yeah, it's like we're giving you what you wanted. Why the hell are you complaining? We're giving you meaningful content for a game, a complete game, additional content.
Right.
That's exactly what people have been asking for.
Yeah, the
Like
game
you said earlier.
If they took a
part of the game and locked it behind
they
the
took the
amiibo,
temple,
there'd be a
that
problem.
we know that's in the game. They took the temple away and they locked behind it. Yo, I'll be right there screaming with you. Like, well, are you serious?
Yep.
Yeah.
But they're adding something new to it. It's an addition. And oh, by the way, like I said, their first initial copies, they might do 500,000 copies or so, will come with the amiibo.
Yeah, because I already got mine pre-ordered on Amazon.
Yeah. They're not hard to get.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't, but people are gonna want to complain because, that's what they do. They want to complain. Look, I don't have a problem with people complaining. I just hate stupid complaints.
yeah, I think that's what's my problem too, is the amount of stupidity coming out of the complaint.
Yeah, a valid argument, even if I don't agree with it, is a valid argument.
Right.
But if you're just bitching, it's like, really?
Like,
If you're gonna
if you got like
give
50
me
amiibos and you're crying about this, sit down somewhere.
that's
go sit
the
down.
other thing. I'm like, if you are mad about this and you got more amiibos than I do,
And Dre, be realistic, Dre. I mean, come on,
I don't
dude.
believe you.
I'm not gonna say anything more than that. I'm not trying to call nobody out. I'm just saying, Dre, really, dude. I know you'll never see this, but yeah.
Yeah. I don't know who that
You
is.
guys already know what I'm talking about.
yeah, we really don't.
You don't?
No.
You need me to explain?
Nah, we don't need to.
No,
we don't need to do that.
No. But yeah,
Continue, gents.
I just thought because I didn't get the whole pissed off at this, because it was like 50. I ain't gonna lie like that. It was about a good 5 videos that showed up in my subscription feed about it. I'm like, and the first one was from.
And in their backgrounds was 30 amiibos. In the background of the people that's complaining they had 30 amiibos on the wall or something.
No, one of them was from Game Explain.
Yeah.
So that's actually what I was referring to, but I was not trying to call them out.
And they're the worst. They're the worst.
I can't stand some of the arguments they put out. I love their attention to detail, but when they complain it's so mindless. It's like, really, guys?
Like Andre especially, like Andre. Oh,
Okay,
man,
that's what I was referring to, Andre. I was trying to say Dre and be
everybody
elusive,
else seems to be pretty middle-minded. Like Derek seems pretty middle-minded, but like Andre goes off the rails, and I'm like, you want
all the
amiibos to be
time.
compelling. They make a video talking about made a video talking about how you want the amiibos to be compelling and have more use than the little things that it's done, and here you go, and you're complaining. So you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways.
But that seems to be the trend. He's been annoying the crap out of me the last couple of months because he says a lot of stuff that's like, really? That makes no sense.
I mean, I don't have a problem with Game Explain or him personally. Or
yeah,
anything.
yeah, he's not a bad dude, and Game Explain is a good channel.
I just think sometimes they go off the rails.
Yeah,
or he goes off the rails. I mean,
that one just caught me off guard because, like, I was just sitting there like, okay, that makes no sense what you guys just said.
Yeah.
And I know you guys are smart.
Yeah, I forgot all about them saying that. Because I kind of just turned off. I turned myself off to sometimes what they say.
I didn't understand that one, but I mean, me personally, I don't see what the problem is. And once you get the amiibo in your hand, you can see what it actually does. Then okay, then we can talk. But like you said, we don't exactly know.
Yeah.
It's just rumored out. So
exactly, a lot of assumptions.
Right.
Because I mean, think about it. What actual confirmed information did they put out regarding this whole? I mean, seriously, like what?
I mean, if you want to start with that, that's what we start with by saying, first of all, we don't even know if this is true. Okay.
Yeah, it's
and
like.
Then again, if it is true,
it's relatively valid. You have the full content of the game with or without the amiibo.
Yeah.
This is extra content we're talking about. And you have to factor in that you pay $12 for the amiibo regardless of what it does or doesn't have. So technically, you're kind of sort of getting free content, if you really think about it, if you want the amiibo. Now, if you don't want the amiibo and you want the content, I could understand your argument somewhat. But like you said,
like I said,
referring to people who actually have amiibos and like amiibos, you have no argument. Because you're going to get the amiibo anyway.
Yeah, and the latter
and the price is not extra price. Is the amiibo any more expensive than any other amiibo?
Nope.
It's the same price, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're essentially, if you're an amiibo collector, this is a bonus for you.
I didn't even get to the other part of it. By the way, that amiibo will work with Zelda U. So you're getting more value out of it. Oh, and
exactly.
By the way,
you carry it on to it.
Amiibo will work with other games that are already out.
Hyrule Warriors, I think.
Agreed. Yep.
Like Hyrule Warriors and other games. Probably even Mario Maker at some point. So, yeah. I mean, there's that. There's the added value.
Yeah.
That's the thing about amiibos. That's so good.
There's not just for one game.
They're not locked to one game. They're locked to multiple games. They go into multiple games as usage, even games that are already out. So you can still use them for other things. And by the way, not only do they do that, but they also have a physical value of being a collectible.
Yep.
So I don't get it. Like, again, if you're
it's the usual
30 to 50
standard,
amiibos in your house and you're complaining about this, I don't believe you. Sit down. And if you're somebody who doesn't like amiibos, I believe you. I understand you because you don't want to buy an amiibo. But for this game in particular, because it does come with the amiibo initially, like if you don't want the amiibo, hey, sell it. Use it. Take it out the box, use it, and sell it. Somebody will buy it.
Agreed.
They will. So let's go on to our next topic: virtual reality. Oculus Rift.
What is it? 1995 again?
Pretty much. HoloLens.
Morpheus.
Because.
There's a bunch of them. There's a bunch.
Yeah, it's a lot of them, but
they're all gonna bomb.
Sony has come out and said that they have like 100+ games ready to go with virtual reality. I just want to get y'all thoughts on it. I don't believe it.
Well, I believe it.
Oh, no.
But they're all a bunch of like rinky-dinky, not worth VR, technology games.
I was not going to say they're either rinky-dinky games, or if they are with good games that are currently out, the functionality is mediocre at best.
Exactly. They work in games that you've already played. That it's a nice little gimmick for a while, but it'll wear off. VR to me is not for video games. It doesn't compel me when it comes to video games. It compels me for other things, other apps.
You got another 50 more years before that's good enough for video games. Well, maybe 20.
It'll compel me for video games when they actually change the control. Like if I had to put
Like a new Power Glove or something.
if I had to put something on my face and cover my eyes up and still have to use a controller that I can't see, then that's kind of weird. I don't know. Like,
No, it should be like maybe if you had like a Power Glove, like a real new school Power Glove for both hands, and you're like on some type of moving
I saw
platform.
something like that. Somebody's making something like that, but that's an extra cost. It doesn't come in the box.
Exactly, and that even if you get it to that level, the cost is not effective in this day and age. It's way too damn expensive.
And even you get to that level, like how many games are actually going to use that?
Exactly, the sheer amount of programming and yep.
Right.
It's not viable right now.
What I was going to
Not viable.
Because we all know, like, even when even when Sony did Move, all of their games didn't use it.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm wondering, like, who all going to use it? And then on top of that, who's going to pay those prices? Because some of those prices are ridiculous.
Yeah. Now, you know what? You know what I think would be cool if, first of all, if Kinect was as responsive as they'd like it to be, if it actually worked as good as they wanted it to work, and then put VR with that. Now we're talking something cool. Like now we're talking something. Because I'm moving myself physically, I'm looking around in the world physically, and now we're talking. But putting that headset on my hand and putting a controller, a regular controller, a controller I've been using for 10, 15 years, that's not compelling to me. That's like putting a diesel engine on a what's one of them one of those solar powered cars or
like a Prius.
Yeah, putting a diesel engine on a Prius or something. It doesn't make sense. That's you putting old technology with new, and in a non-compelling way.
Yeah, and plus I'm trying to figure out who's gonna buy it.
Yeah, well the price. I mean, well the price is a whole nother thing. It's a whole nother issue.
Yeah, they want to release this toward the end of the year, so I'm guessing holidays.
Yeah.
And a couple of those prices that I say, I don't know what the real true price is because I've seen a couple of different variations, but they were between $300 and $600. So this is extra onto what you already have for the PS4. The PS4 is still what, $350, $399, somewhere like that.
Yeah, $350.
Yeah.
I think it's $350 now, right?
This is extra on top of that. Now, like I said, I've seen a couple of different prices. I don't know what the real true price is, so.
The Oculus is $600.
Yeah, the Oculus is $600. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like for a couple of other sets, I mean, they've gone between some prices, so I don't know what the nailed down price is. But like I said, what I've been seeing between is like $400 and $600. So I know I'm not getting it, not off the rip, because I don't see the point. Personally.
Not from not from the application I've seen so far, not from the usage of it. Like VR is compelling to me. It's been compelling to me for 20 years. When they first started talking about VR, like so, but it's just not there yet as far as the usage of it. Like the visual fidelity is there, I think. Because back in the 90s it wasn't.
Yeah.
Games just weren't ready visually to use VR.
They
are now, but the applications aren't there.
Yeah,
the compelling games and stuff.
So let's just say it picks up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say it picks up theoretically. What kind of games would be something you would want to go deep dive into?
I would really like a horror game.
Mm-hmm.
Like a horror-based game. I think that would be cool because of the claustrophobic nature of putting that headset on, first of all, and having your ears covered up. I mean, that would be pretty cool. But you would think that'd be a no-brainer. Like that's the system seller, something like that.
Imagine playing like the original Resident Evil redone for the virtual.
But no. I don't even want Resident Evil redone.
Silent Hill, or
Hold on.
Sorry, go ahead.
Hold on. You forgetting something. New gamers don't want stuff like that. They gotta have something fun and gun. So that type of horror ain't gonna work. Cause remember, Zombie U was that type of horror, and people got mad at it because they didn't understand why they was running out of ammo.
Mm. But again,
Well,
a game like what's it called, Fatal Frame, like, but
Fatal
again, if it used like a Connect or something like this, some
Oh
kind
my
of,
God, Fatal Frame! I ain't gonna lie to you. I might. Oof.
oh, it's. I mean, I played the demo, and I played the demo a lot. I'm about to download it the next week or so. But
Yeah.
just a game like that, where it's a horror game, and it's not about blasting everything in sight. It's about actually the creepy kind of atmosphere. Atmospheric games will work really well.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a false dichotomy. People try to say they like horror movies and they want to be scared, but like Jay said, everybody in reality wants a run and gun. They don't want to really be scared and feel like they're in danger.
No, because those games, there's a reason Capcom started making the Resident Evils the way they did. It wasn't like, oh, we just decided we're going to do it this way. People weren't buying them as much. They changed the style up.
The last one they bought was the one on GameCube.
Yeah.
That was the last one that got bought like that, and then they changed. Saw what they did with 5. They turned that mug to a fun and gun.
It was action. Yeah, it was an action game basically.
Yeah. It wasn't even horror. It was action. Yeah, it was just an action adventure. So me personally, I'd probably like to jump into something action adventure, probably something akin to like a Halo or a Metroid or a Tales game.
Yeah. Look, I don't knock Capcom for doing that. I understand why they did it, but I think what they should have done was offered two kind of experiences. Give me the traditional, and then give that more action one, the bigger one that you can pop out every year, every 2 years.
Well, I'll knock them for that because that was stupid. So, I mean, yeah, it was stupid. I'm sorry. I mean, first you got that messed up Resident Evil 6 emblem.
Yeah. Well, it's just that they dropped too many different kinds of Resident Evil games. So it's like they were throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks. Like they had the Resident Evil, they have Revelations, then they have the the mainline Resident Evil numbered series. Then they had Mercenaries. It's just like all this different stuff. It's like you got to find some focus. Make two different types of Resident Evil games. Make an actiony one and make an atmospheric one, old school one. And
well, then it should be the action one should be the main mode, and then the scare one would be like the hero mode, like you gotta unlock it or whatever.
I don't think they can do that because the mechanics are too different.
Yeah.
For those types of games, I don't think they can do that in one game.
Because a lot of people
that is true.
They can't.
I'm just wishful thinking.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like the whole tank control thing, but the thing with the tank controls is that's what helps give you that fear.
Yeah. You can't just run around and blow everything up.
Yeah.
You have to be, cautious, and you have to be sparing with your weaponry and all that stuff. You got to be.
And that's why I love Resident Evil Revelations.
Yeah, I love Revelations.
Because it brought it back to that.
Yeah.
I mean,
yes, it was so beautiful, and then they're gonna fail with the sequel.
Yeah, but you can give me Revelations, and then you can also do like a Mercenaries type game.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that, as long as I'm still getting Revelations type games. But
is Shinji Mikami still the guy over the Resident Evil series? Because if he's not, then that's why.
I don't think so.
Yep, that's why. All right.
I mean,
that's why. I mean, same thing with Yuji Naka. When he left Sonic after Sonic Adventure 2, what happened?
But you know what? That's not good enough.
Sonic got much better, didn't it?
I'm going to tell you why that way of thinking isn't good enough for me. Because Miyamoto doesn't make Zelda games anymore.
Yeah, but Miyamoto is still overseeing.
But what he oversees them, but he groomed somebody else to make them.
Yeah,
well, exactly.
These guys don't do that.
They're like Mikami, he wasn't overseeing them. He's gone.
Right.
Igarashi.
But you know what? I feel like if Miyamoto didn't even touch Zelda, I think it would still be greatness. Because Aonuma is the dude. Like, I don't even think about Miyamoto when it comes to Zelda anymore.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, like they didn't have a chance. Like for instance, Igarashi, he didn't have a chance to oversee the Castlevania series when they decided to go with the Lords of Shadow series.
Yeah, well, those companies, I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying those companies don't do what they should be doing.
Oh yeah, no, they ain't
comes
to
that
they gotta make mobile games.
Michael
Packton for the win.
Yeah.
But
He's
yeah,
a gamer, but he's excited about that kind of stuff. I don't know. Help me understand. I don't.
but that's the because I will tell you like this. I would love to for Shinji to come back to freaking Resident Evil because he will probably make it way better. Because I played Resident Evil 6. That game was not that great to me.
Mm.
I
I watched my sister play.
6 and 5 does not exist to me.
Yeah, see, 5 was just horrible.
And she liked 5. My sister liked 5. She hated 6. So that's another perspective right there. Like some people who like 5 even didn't like 6.
Yeah, and I just kind of didn't like both. I think the best one in the series, honestly, is 4.
Mm.
I think that's the best one.
I think the best traditional Resident Evil is 2, and 4 is the best kind of hybrid, more modern style. 4 is the best on that for sure.
Because you're right.
Okay, I can agree with that assessment.
2 is the jam.
Yeah, 2 is the Resident Evil. So
I mean, I hated
Code Veronica wasn't bad either. That was pretty close.
Yeah, Code Veronica had that great opening.
Yeah.
That great CG opening.
which reminds me, I gotta ask you guys. I was thinking since I never had a Wii, and I'm buying all these old Wii games, is Umbrella Chronicles worth it?
If you got a zapper
with a light gun.
You gotta have a.
If you got a zapper.
Which isn't really anything but a chunk of plastic. Yeah. But
I mean, because the light gun games are great if you got a zapper. If you're trying to do it with like a remote and chuck, you're gonna get mad.
It doesn't feel the same.
Well, doesn't it come with it? Because the one I was looking on Amazon a few months ago, it had like the apparatus you slip the remote into.
Yeah, some of them have it.
I can't remember if it's the first one or the second one. I can't remember.
The first one comes with like a funky looking gun and a knife.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
And it goes
mine with Link's crossbow training.
Yeah, because mine came with Link's crossbow training, but Resident Evil Chronicles, it was 2 Chronicles. It was Umbrella and it was another one. One of them actually had a zapper in it.
Oh, well, I just saw Umbrella, and Umbrella had like a funky looking gun and a machete.
You in a bathtub or something?
Sorry.
I hear water sloshing.
I'm dumping out some water, sorry.
Yeah.
Shep coming to us live from the tub, the hot tub, jacuzzi.
Apparently. But
hey, I know I'm sexy, but we don't need to bring that up during the show.
Oh man.
Yeah. So we shall see on the whole virtual reality thing. Me personally, I'm not buying. I'm not buying into it yet until I see what it is they're gonna be shipping out and what we're gonna be. What's the price is going to be? Because I'm not spending an arm and a leg for it. No.
Yeah. What do you think about it, Quan? I think it's great. Thank you, Quan. Thank you for that answer, and we appreciate that.
All right. All right. So turning it on to some positive news now. I think all of us are fans of Platinum Studios, and earlier last year they did a game for Transformers. Well, this year they got Ninja Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
But according to and I saw this on PureXbox.com, it's gonna be M-rated, and they're trying to go for a more open world type game. I want to get you guys' thoughts on the whole M-rated thing because personally, if they're going with M-rated, I'm thinking they're going based off that original comic from like '84.
Okay, that's exactly what I was looking at. Sorry, continue.
So if they're doing that, then I can understand the M rating. Now, there are going to be a lot of people who get mad because they're not used to seeing Ninja Turtles like that. They're used to the whole, PG family-oriented Ninja Turtles. They don't know anything about that. Right. So I want to get you
the real original Ninja Turtles.
I think it's a bad idea. And it's, like, even me. Like, I'm an old-school Ninja Turtle dude. Like, I remember the comic, but I wasn't old enough to read it. And I just think the audience that's attuned to Ninja Turtles right now is the PG audience, the everybody audience. And if you're going to call it Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that's what people are going to expect when they see that box. Now, I think you're right about them going for the comic from the early 80s because Even in the art style, it looks like that. It's color, but it looks like that kind of animation style from the old comics. So I think it's a bad idea because you're alienating a huge audience. And for what? Is it really worth it? I don't think so.
I don't either. And to be fair, I didn't read the comic that part of the comic till I was like in college.
Yeah, like I didn't read it until I was an adult.
Yeah, same deal. Like I didn't really know about the original Ninja Turtle comics till like 8 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
And I was in my 20s at that point.
Yeah, because I had a friend of mine in college. He would let me read the original stuff because it was in black and white.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
And
that's another point. A lot of people don't realize.
Yeah, I would guess people in their 40s don't care. Like the fans in their 40s, probably late 40s, I would guess, right?
Yeah.
Who are old enough to read that comic, they don't care about a Ninja Turtles game. I don't think they do. Like they probably don't play video games at all.
Well, I'm hoping what they're aiming for is like the PG-13 PG version, but just a bit more violent, and maybe drop like a few words and leave it at that. I hope they're not trying to really push the envelope, because then they'll lose everybody in the process.
Well, I'm just saying it's unnecessary for Ninja Turtles.
It is. It's totally unnecessary. I'm just hoping that they're just giving it to try to push the envelope to appeal, because it's forbidden. It's like us when we were kids. We all wanted to play Mortal Kombat, knowing damn well we really shouldn't be playing that game. Same with all these kids. They're playing Call of Duty. It's not for kids, but guess who's playing it the most? Kids. Yeah. I'm hoping that's kind of what they're aiming for. And in reality, the game is mostly the same, just a bit violent.
Yeah. Okay. That would make sense because, like, once again, in that comic, Raph was the one that was actually cussing. So, if they were going to go that route, and we all know Platinum can go overboard if they want to.
Yeah, so I'm hoping it's more just to add edginess to the actual game, but it's going to essentially just be a really ramped up, cool 3D-ish version of like Turtles in Time or whatever,
Well, yeah,
but that's wishful thinking on my part, though.
Yeah, I want to know some more about it. They got some screenshots up on PureXbox.com if you guys want to go over there and check it out.
Okay.
I will say this: I like the art style. I don't agree with the M rating just because the target audience they're not gonna understand that they're used to the family oriented Ninja Turtles. I mean,
yeah, real talk. It should be PG-13 at the most.
It should be at least T. Because
PG-13.
Yeah, it should be T. It should really be T for teens. Yeah. Why I say PG-13? My fault. This is not a movie.
Yeah, but that's my thing. I'm actually interested in who all they're going to be fighting. Are we going to have to deal with like Baxter Stockman? Are we going to have to deal with we don't really know too much about it. But I will say this: going off what they did with Transformers Devastation, I'm looking forward to it. Because if you haven't had a chance to play Transformers Devastation, you really should look into it, especially if you're a fan of Generation 1 Transformers. Just gonna put that out there. They did an excellent job on that game, and I'm actually looking forward to what they do with this.
It just looks a little too short. That's the only thing.
But then again, it's a Platinum. Platinum ain't known for making 50-hour games.
Yeah.
Platinum they're just not known for that. So I mean, that's one of the things you get into when you play in a Platinum game. I mean, Bayonetta 2, I beat it when I first beat Bayonetta 2, I beat it in 15 hours. I mean, I put over like 70 into it, but when I first played it, when I first went through and beat the story, I beat it in 15 hours. So that's the kind of length I expect when I play a Platinum game. I don't expect anything like over 40 hours or over. I don't even expect anything over 20 on my first playthrough. So, but yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. I want to see more. Hopefully, we'll get to see more in the coming months. I think we got isn't like one of the PAX is supposed to come before E3? Like PAX
PAX will be before E3 for sure.
Yeah. So maybe we'll see it there. Hopefully
in March.
This is an Activision deal, so we'll probably see it there.
Mm-hmm.
At some point. So because it's
pretty
supposed
sure
to come
I'll
out
be
this
going.
year. Yeah, it's supposed to come out sometime this year. So that's the rumor. It's supposed to hit this year. All right, last thing that I got is the Bayonetta standalone disc, and did they actually just release when we may be getting that DLC for Smash? The standalone disc for Bayonetta 2 is supposed to hit February 19th. We never really got a concrete date from Sakurai when they did the last Smash Brothers Direct, but it was just February. So my question to you guys, do you think we just got a release date for that Smash Bros. DLC?
Well, it makes sense. Bayonetta 2 does appeal to us black folks, so yeah. Black History Month and all that.
So
sorry, you wanted a serious response.
Do you think that the Smash Bros. DLC is going to be on that date?
I wish it was that simple. It's hard to tell with Sakurai, honestly. He's a bit of a wild card, but we already know this.
Yeah.
I think it will be in February, but I don't think that's the date. But considering it's such a short month, because it is Black History Month and all, I don't know. I can't really give an educate. Yeah, I might leave that up to UNT because I can't really give you anything.
I'm sorry, I missed the question. What was it?
The Bayonetta 2 standalone disc hits February 19th. Now, my thing was, did we just get a release date for the Smash Bros. DLC?
Probably. That would make sense, right? I mean,
yeah, because they said that play the game before you play with her in Smash. That was on like.
I didn't even know this is a thing. They're re-releasing.
Just
they just announced it a couple days back.
For a long time, and they're actually gonna do it. That's cool.
Yeah, it's like $29.99, I think.
Operation Platinum for the win, yo. It's gonna happen. Yeah. We're at 930 something right now, so.
But that's the thing. I'm like, did they just accidentally like say, you know what, this is we're probably gonna get it either that day, the 19th, or a couple days after that.
I think that would be smart marketing for them to put it out around then, because obviously Smash is a huge game, and I'm talking about Bayonetta, a character.
Yeah, it's good both ways. You could hype up the release of the game as well as the DLC itself.
Exactly. I think more so I think more so the release of the game, the re-release, I should say, of the game, because Smash is
Smash is way higher than Bayonetta. Yeah, right. That's true.
Yeah. And I actually think that that being, with Bayonetta hitting, I think that's probably gonna have a lot. Because I know a lot of people was not expecting that, me included.
You never know. Maybe they might even have like a limited edition Bayonetta 1 and 2 with the amiibo. I doubt it, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, at least we know we're getting an amiibo out of it, because I will be getting that amiibo, by the way.
That amiibo is. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Get purchased.
I disapprove of why some people are purchasing the amiibo, and I'll leave it at that. It's not wholesome. Shame on you.
Okay. I can understand that, I guess. Quan, you back?
Yes, I am, sir. I had to take care of some business.
Okay.
It's okay. Cool. I covered.
That time limit I just said, but continue.
Nah, it's family things, taking care of family issues that I had to solve. So.
It's okay. Robot Quan covered for you while you were gone.
Oh God!
Don't even try to. He actually did. He actually did. Robot Quan did cover for you. Actually,
he actually did an excellent job, all things considering.
Oh God! And I don't even want to know.
So what he didn't cover for you is. Platinum's M-rated TMNT game.
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts on that?
Well, it's sticking true to form to the very classic comic that came out. It was M-rated, so I mean, I'm all for it.
Now, do you think it's going to cause an issue though? Because we know over time TMNT has gotten family oriented or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like the main, like the show out now, the Nicktoons show or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually not bad, but let's be real, it's not actually. It's kind of geared toward that demographic.
Yeah, in other words, they pulled a RoboCop.
Basically. So, do you think that's gonna hurt it, or it's just not gonna matter?
I don't think it's gonna matter because true fans of the classic TMNT, they're gonna go for it.
Mm-hmm. And we
But
all know
no
kids
offense, how
playing it.
many are still playing games in this day and age? No, just saying.
You'd be surprised.
I
You'd
mean,
be
we all
Oh, just
surprised.
like how the female gamers, people don't realize there's actually far more female gamers than is actually known.
this
Just
is
saying.
true. This is true.
I
Hopefully,
said they need to bring out a Usagi Jimbo game. That's what they need to do.
yes,
Yes, I would still play that.
yes. They need to stop hating and bring out that freaking cartoon they were talking about, that animation they were talking about doing a few years ago.
Mm.
It was an animation that was by what was it? Was it Madhouse or was it Studio 4 Degrees? I can't remember.
I thought it was I thought it was Manhouse, but I don't know.
Yeah, it was rumored that one of them was supposed to have been getting it at one point. Right when the whole Thundercats remake happened, around 2011.
Mm.
So
That didn't last long, did it?
nah, that didn't. Cartoon Network.
That was a little sad because it was going pretty good from what I could tell at least.
It's actually really good.
Yeah, I was feeling
really
it.
good.
I was feeling it better than almost better. No, actually, I'll be real. I liked it more than the original.
You know, the thing
It's
is,
the nostalgia is what made it look that good to me. But anyways,
a lot of times we look at things with rose-colored glasses when we look in the past. Who here remembers the old Voltron?
Dude, I got all
I
five.
loved it as a kid.
When you look at it now, it's cheesy as all get out.
Yeah, but it still works.
That's true, but I'm saying it's cheesy as all get out.
Heck yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
the dialogue, the acting was
Well,
so and oh man.
one thing I've learned is certain shows never ever watch it again once you're grown,
Yeah.
unless it's
Like
gargoyles.
the original He-Man, I can't watch the original He-Man.
Oh,
Yeah, the original
I
He-Man's
can't.
too cheesy.
too much subtext in He-Man.
Yeah.
Actually,
Way too much
the second version too. Was it the Masters of the Universe? I forgot what it's called. The remake that was like in the early '90s.
Oh,
That also kind of sucked.
yeah.
They had the
one with
ponytail and stuff.
The ponytail and the pants.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All I'll
yeah,
say
that was
is
kind of
Beast Wars was the bomb though.
Oh yeah.
Beast Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beast Wars Transformers.
The bomb.
Yes.
That-
Beast
that
Wars was awesome.
That was a continuation of the Generation 1.
Mm-hmm.
It was,
That most people didn't get. Until
Yeah,
the last season when they actually found Optimus and Megatron's real bodies.
mhm.
Yeah,
And the arc.
that was. Which reminds me, I gotta see if I could purchase that because I really love the Beast
They
Wars.
only had the first 2 seasons.
Oh, that
I
sucks.
know, and I'll buy it. Well, that's what I did with Gargoyles. I bought the first.
Yeah.
Wait, they only have the first 2 seasons?
That's all they got. It's only on. I found it on Amazon. All they got is the first 2 seasons of Beast Wars. They don't have the rest of it. It was like 4 seasons, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was
The
four.
very last season, they found the original bodies of Megatron and Optimus. And
Wait, it was really 4?
yeah,
Yeah, they ended up.
I know
back
it was
on
at least
Cybertron
3.
at one point. They ended up back on Cybertron at one point.
yep.
Yep.
Dude, they went
Ah.
they went deep into Transformers lore on that show.
Yeah, they did. People sleep on that series.
Yeah.
I really love the Beast Wars.
They
That's why I need to get back into it.
So
Same thing with Gargoyles, which is why I picked it up the other day.
I love Gargoyles.
Yep. First, I have the 2 seasons.
Since we're on that subject, open world, old school animation video game. Which one will work better? Gargoyles, Thundercats, or Transformers?
Transformers. I
Mm,
could see them blending in an urban environment, etc. and whatnot. Also, the animal modes that they get, they can blend in there as well. I could see that as interesting.
Okay. All right. What about let's see. All right.
I lean more
Chef,
towards
what about
Beast
you?
Wars, but I have to agree on what Quan said, but personally, I lean more towards Gargoyles, simply
Okay.
because the storyline takes them all over the place. But so does Transformers, so it's like it's hard to argue. Both of them are great, but
Actually, Gargoyles has that time travel element as well.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
they actually go to Asgard because remember the whole Odin thing.
yeah, they go to Avalon and they go to Asgard. That's what I'm saying. They do a lot of traveling. Like I could see Gargoyles being all over the place.
Mm.
I remember
I would-
Gargoyles. but
I would
don't remember
love to
the
play.
content. The cartoon. I remember the cartoon.
T,
I don't remember like.
T, you need to go back, bro. It's
Yeah,
it's
that
so
actually-
much meat to that story than people realize.
Yeah, that
And
story,
I
that
know
cartoon
you-
actually still holds up. That cartoon
Yeah,
still holds up to this day.
It was on like Fox or
I-
something, right?
It was on Fox initially, and then
It
now
was
it's
on WB and Fox.
yeah, WB and
Yeah.
Fox.
It was on
Then
both.
went to guess where it went? Disney.
Disney
And
owns
Disney
Gargoyles.
actually- And Disney went and
Yep.
kept it original because like the first season was like brutal. Some of the stuff was going on, and Disney
The
kept it
people who
original.
worked on the original Batman cartoon that was it called just Batman or the Batman?
Batman animated series.
Yeah, Batman animated series. Those people, a lot of those people worked on Gargoyles.
Yeah, a lot of them did.
I really, really love the Gargoyles. I'm actually gonna start. You know what? I think that's what I'm doing next week. When I'm not taking care of my business, I'm gonna be watching Gargoyles from beginning to end because that really has great content. It really is. Y'all sleeping on this series.
Yeah, and it still holds up. It's not one of those ones that where you like it doesn't hold up. It actually really does hold up. Oh, looks like we got a question from TriLink. Did any of you catch the news that Nintendo had the most video game ads in 2015? I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
What's the source for this?
TriLink, if you can let us know where you saw that at, because
That can't be
You know,
true.
we're not
'cause all I
saying
hear
you're not
is that
saying you're
Nintendo
lying.
doesn't
You just would
advertise
like a
enough.
source because that's what's
yeah,
up.
I mean, I know they did a lot, but I didn't think they had the most. They did do a lot now with the whole.
Yeah, they did. Especially if you watch like those cartoon channels and stuff.
Yeah,
Like
the whole
Disney
Mario
and
Maker and all that. Yeah.
Yep.
And Yoshi's Woolly World had a lot of ads. I remember that. Xenoblade didn't have that many ads. It only had like 3. But I didn't think they had the most though. But
Well, I can't quote because I don't really watch TV.
yeah.
I just go on Hulu and Netflix.
I saw
I'm
Xenoblade
right
commercial
along
on
with you.
TV and made me smile.
Say it again.
So I saw Xenoblade commercials on TV and it made me smile.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
I saw
would
the
smile too if I
Accolades
saw that.
commercial.
And it was because I told Nintendo they should lie when it comes to Xenoblade, and they were doing some lying. I was like, yeah, that's good. You know what I mean by that? What I mean by that is that show the cutscenes and show like the combat without the arts display at the bottom to make it just look like this big open world game, and that's all you have to do. And they did that, so that was pretty cool. I was smiling. Way to go, fools.
You need to I told you before, man. You just go work for Nintendo.
Yeah, it's not like I ain't
At
tried.
least- at least
I
get
put
a-
in an application.
get a contract.
They were looking for a video producer a few months ago. I put in an application, but I'm sure there's a lot of competition. So.
You should have lied more, bro. You'd have gotten it.
Okay.
Don't you know the rules? Lie your way in, and then prove yourself after.
Yeah, hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. TriLink did give us a link. It's actually to GameSpot. GameSpot.com. Let's see if I can get.
Which reminds me, GameSpot did a video talking about hype and how it affects things. You might want to look into that.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was on GameSpot.com. So, thanks, TriLink, man. We're gonna look into that. I did not know that. I honestly did not know that at all. I knew they did a lot of. I knew they had more than I'm used to seeing from them, but I didn't know they had the most. So
Well, if you think about it, it makes sense because Nintendo, like, I don't know if they think. I think people are probably thinking, oh, Sony commercials or Xbox commercials, but I don't think that's how it's being counted. I think it's being counted what's actually being produced by these different companies. And I don't think they're counting like Call of Duty commercials for Sony. You know what I'm saying? Like I think they mean like
Oh, you mean like exclusive, like Sony, actual Sony-only content?
I don't know for sure, but I think that's what they're going for. Now, obviously, Nintendo puts out more Nintendo, related commercials.
Then,
that is a legit loophole.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but I mean, hey, if it is, it is. So cool. So before we wrap up, anybody got anything else they want to talk about? Because we're out of questions.
I'm not going to talk about it tonight, but it kind of ties in with one of our older topics.
What was
I
that?
have to look at the video soon, but you guys check out GameSpot. They actually had a video discussing hype and how it affects things. I don't know the full detail. I'm going to finish watch the video later, but just something you guys could look into and our viewers could look into. Just sharing a thought. I'm not disagreeing or agreeing. I'm just saying it doesn't hurt to take a peek. It's like 7 minutes, like 40 seconds long or something.
Okay. Okay.
If anything, I'll share the link later on my Google Plus.
Gotcha.
But I have nothing, guys. You guys got anything?
Quan, T.
T, could you activate Robot Quan for a second?
Robot Quan. Okay. Great discussion, guys. I had a great time.
Cool.
Alrighty. Robot Quan for the win.
Robot Quan is out.
Well, Shep, you want to give your outro then?
Yeah, sorry I wasn't able to do what I was trying to do of late, but real life really kicks your butt at times. But nah, I'm not gonna keep no promises. Just keep your eye out. Follow my Google Plus feed. You guys will see. But I have some good ideas and content, but I can't guarantee when it's coming out. I should be free this week. Also, the releases come in and Game to the End. Oh God, did I just say that?
Yes, you did.
Anyway, shut up and play, peoples. Game on.
All right, T.
All right, fools. Another great discussion on Gamers at Large. What episode is this again?
87.
87.
We're up there, man.
I definitely got to be here for.
That was a good year, so. Like I always say, play Nintendo, fool.
All right. I do have a couple of gameplay vids up. One for Dragon Quest Heroes, which is on the actual Gamers at Large YouTube channel and my Game Cafe channel as well. There is a couple other vids that I will have up gameplay wise that I'm finishing up now. One of them for Assassin's Creed Chronicles India that released last week. The Assassin's Creed Chronicles game, those are those side-scrolling Assassin's Creed games. They're budget titles for $9. Well, $10 really, because they're $9.99. So you will be getting some gameplay of that sometime this week. I hope to have my first commentary vid done sometime this week, hopefully, depending on if I can get everything like I want it. But just be on the lookout for that, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday if we have a cast Wednesday, because I don't know if we have anything coming out this week or not, but we'll see. So just check back on Wednesday. If not, we'll see you guys on Sunday. Peace out.
Peace, peeps.